It's coming better the second round. I think it's not natural anymore.
Okay. That's all right. Let's jump right in then. How's everybody doing this evening? Welcome to the show. Right in then.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
How's everybody doing this evening?
Everybody has to act natural. Hi guys. All right. Before we continue with the show, let me just give a little bit of a context to those who are watching from home. We've been already talking for like 10 minutes and we have done introductions and we've said hi to each other. And we did not know that we were not streaming. So that's how good we are with this. All right, let's go back to the normal show.
We're here. We're actually live now.
And now we're live. Happy. Yay. All right. So Agnieszka, now I said it correctly, huh?
Yeah.
Boris, I said it correctly.
Yep.
And Nicolo, how are you guys?
Hi guys.
Very nice to have you with us. As I was telling you the first time, we're very excited because you're basically this is the first time that you qualify among the top 3, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm very happy because we're bringing new blood to the D2 conference, and you know it means that we're growing our community and we're bringing new talented people, and yeah, I'm very happy about this.
Thank you, Fabio.
Thank you.
All right,
yeah, it's really
Jason,
great. Please.
What's going on, my man? Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm
how are you feeling today?
Fantastic. I would
happy to be talking to these new talents of ours that we have discovered.
Absolutely. I'm
gonna take all credit for this.
I'm always amazed at the quality of the work that we get for each challenge, and it makes me a little jealous. I wish I could do something like that myself. I feel like though that
you know what
I've taken too much time off. You know
what your problem is? You haven't tried Blender.
Agree.
Yeah, you might be right. I was watching some video today of like a guy was showing like what the new features are just in the latest update, and I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Nikki.
Huh?
Ask Nikki.
I don't remember what it was. I just randomly saw it. Of course, because you talk about Blender all the time, now I get ads, you know, I get pop-ups for everything. Everything Blender related.
You should watch my super fast mini tutorials.
I do. I watch all of them. But since I don't use Blender, they're kind of useless to me.
So tonight we are together with Agnieszka, Boris, and Nicolo. Guys, do you want to introduce yourself quickly so that people know who they're listening to? Agnieszka, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Again.
So hello everyone. My name is Agnieszka Skwirut. From Poland, but from some time I live in Spain. I'm doing 3D from 2 years, and mostly I was working as a freelancer. And yeah, here I am. Hello.
Boris, you go next.
Yeah, it's me. Hello, guys. My name is Boris Zhivkov. I'm from Bulgaria. Currently live in a small town around Sofia, and work for one company here in Sofia. And yeah.
Nicolo.
Hi guys. I'm Nicola Brovelli, and I'm an architect. I'm from Milan. I've been working in the ArchViz field and also other fields like set design, some other fields like window displays, really many fields. And that's all.
So thank you very much for the introduction. Before we continue, I would like, first of all, to say a big thank you to the sponsors. Maybe Jason, you want to say a few things about the sponsors?
Well, I mean, the really cool thing is that one of our sponsors for this week, of course, was some courses offered by DesignMorphine, which is run by Michael and Pavlina, who were on our show for the judging. Also, to point out that the models that were used for the contest were also from Michael Pryor. And we kind of forgot to mention that at the beginning, but I think if you look at all the links and look at everything, it's pretty clear where it came from. So thank you so much for that, Michael. But we are happy to also have Sinai Software as well as CG Architect as prize sponsors. And yeah, we hope that to keep that going, and we are happy for them to have supported us in this.
So guys, why don't we just jump into the project analysis and we talk a little bit about your work. We'll show your work to those who are watching maybe for the first time and they haven't had the chance to catch up on the actual live judging. Jason, are you gonna pull them on the screen?
Just so you all know what I'm going to do, I'm not going to share the screen or anything with you, but you could probably look at the feed if you want to see what's on there. But we'll just go through each image and I'll have it on the side. So I'm going to do that now.
Should we start with Agnieszka? She can talk a little bit about her project.
Yeah.
I have a few questions. These are routine questions that I ask our guests. The first time that you saw the challenge Belly of the Beast, what was going on through your head? What were you thinking, and how did you think to approach this project?
I actually watched the initial video where, when you were streaming. So the first, I was a bit confused because it was kind of clear, but very unclear in the same time. But when you started to show the references and this kind of ideas about Pinocchio and all that, it started to be more clear. And I actually started drawing something back then.
Oh wow!
So I was my first idea was created basically at when the stream was on. So then it changed, but a bit. But yeah, I have the idea from the start. So
Boris, you wanna go next?
Yeah, I watched the brief right before I go to sleep, and
you couldn't sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the brief a lot. The brief was go clear when you show the examples of some inspiration art, and then I decided I have to participate here.
And when you approached the project, which kind of ideas were going through your head? Like, what was going on through your head that you said, okay, maybe I'll do something like this, maybe I'll do something like that?
Yeah, I imagine something with big scale, a lot of depth, a lot of fog, and that kind of things. Actually, I spent a lot of time around the models that Mike provides, very nice models, so I can choose the right one. So it was difficult, definitely difficult.
Nicolo, you want to go next?
Yeah, of course. I spend me too a lot of time in research, but I'm a really bad 3D modeler. So when I opened the Michael's library, I was so excited. And there are a lot of amazing models, really well done. So for me, there are ready-made objects to use and just compose them. And yeah. And for the inspiration, I made a lot of research, and maybe I can talk after this about this.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can do that.
So I'm gonna put Agnieszka's image up on the screen. How did I do? Did I say your name okay?
All right. No, it's great. It's
okay.
Yeah. Actually, everyone's called me Aga. If it's easier for you, it's also.
And you tell us now?
Okay, I think I might do that. But yeah, Fabio, do you have some other specific question you wanted to ask? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Nah, maybe you go this time.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what was it about, Aga, how did you go about choosing the model that you wanted to use? Was it a difficult process?
Actually, when there was in the introduction video, you show all the models so and also in the picture of the challenge, there is this model, this characteristic model, and like from the start, I kind of knew that I would like to use this one.
Okay.
I don't know, it came naturally with my idea, I guess, because it was like the environment that I put the all the focus and the kind of heart. It was like all the environment was made basically only from this one model, or the two, but the same ones, So it makes kind of all of all of the picture was made basically from this. So.
And Boris, you actually mentioned something about that. When you were in the answer to the last question, was that difficult for you to find the right model?
Yeah, definitely. I spent around 1 week exploring all the models one by one to find the right one, and I make some quick tests with Fox and different cameras. So
yeah,
so
and did the idea come from the model, or was it kind of you had the idea and the model you needed to match the idea?
Yeah, I have an idea, and I just find the tower model, and after that I came up with this big spaceship around at the top, and
yeah. Nicola, the same to you. Same question to you.
Yeah. It was really tough to choose which one to use, and for me the very first inspiration came from a movie about kids that it's a Goonies, the Goonies.
Yeah.
It's an 80s masterpiece.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what Stranger Things is built on, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and that's a strong link between them. And quite a celebration of the analogic and the 80s. And I've just watched all the Michael's models, and as they said before, it was tough to choose. And they're really heavy. My computer refused to download them all. And I picked up the one that for me was the belly, that reminds me like an intestine. And I've already chosen to take the view from outside and to feel something or someone inside the belly. So I thought that it was the right one, and I've just picked up some other models and to complete my list.
So Mike Pryor is in the comments, and he just said that he lives about 2 hours away from the beach where they filmed the Goonies, like at the end of the movie where they go out on the beach and there's like the ship goes away. He said he lives about 2 hours from there.
Yeah.
That movie is amazing.
And there's a famous scene where kids are in the water with a galleon in an underground environment. This was exactly that shot.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you mean now.
Yeah, amazing film and amazing work, all of you. All right, so let me ask you this now. In retrospective, if you could go back in time, seen what you have seen the work of others, are there things that you would change for yourself, not for the competition? Because, you won, so you know it doesn't matter. You don't want to go back, but like seeing what you have seen, would you go back and change some stuff about your work for your own self? Aga, that's easy. You go first.
Well, even though I had an idea about the image that I want to make, I actually spent the majority of the time putting some characters there because like it was kind of like from the idea, I just imagined someone there, you know, like kind of the part of the idea, but like I couldn't get the result that I wanted, and every character that I put there was destroying my image. So yeah, maybe if I would have some more time, I could work on this to not destroy my image, to not like take the power from it, but to make it a bit more interesting.
Mm-hmm. I see what you mean. What about you, Boris?
I would spend a bit more time on the foreground, on the rocks, on the water, on the puddles. I didn't have time to make it how I want.
They look like pretty good rocks to me, man.
They can be improved.
Nicolo, what about you?
I'm quite happy about the result because I want to keep it simple. So I tried to add something to the image, but it didn't work. So I feel quite stuck in it, and I feel I'm happy, but maybe I could have choose another path, another kind of image, an interior. The original idea was an interior, but yeah, I'm quite happy.
But I think your image works because of the fact that it's, you know, like seen from the outside, right? And there is this contrast and everything. And also, I think you nailed the way you wrote, you know, belly of the beast, like if it was Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And,
thank you.
yeah,
I would have been
really cool.
I would have been much more enthusiastic about it if it had looked like the Goonies logo. No, I'm kidding. It was cool that you said that though about the Goonies. It's one of my favorite movies as a kid. I can remember, you know.
Yeah.
Were you a kid when the Goonies came out?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm a little bit younger. But...
I'm older than you, Fabio.
Yeah, but not that much. I mean, no, the Goonies, they came out in 86, I think, or?
Yeah, I watched it when I was a kid.
Okay.
86, I was 11. Or 12, sorry.
That makes sense. Aga, would you mind breaking down a little bit your workflow? What are the tools that you use? What are the things that you used specifically for this challenge? Were there things that you tried that you did not try before?
For the 3D, I used basically only the Michael's models, and the most important to the 3D part was creating the material of all those models that from Michael, and I used for that a Quixel mixer, and I created basically one material for everything, but then I played a lot with kind of filmic map in 3ds Max, so it kind of creates a gradient on the surfaces, so that's why it has like kind of colorful material, but it doesn't have like a straight cut. So yeah, well, it was kind of interesting, and it comes like it's called Fin Film or something like that. I recommend it to try it because it's very interesting. And it was basically it in a 3D part. Then I just moved through to Photoshop because like Nicole said, the file was so heavy that my computer wasn't really working well in 3D. So I just render it and work on depth, colors, creating this focus in the right part of the image in Photoshop, because it was kind of impossible to make in 3D.
It's good that there are challenges like this, because no client will ever come to you and say, "Can you make me a stomachy kitchen?"
yeah. But it's interesting because, like, before I didn't have a chance to actually work on materials like that. It was all some kind of experiment. So I wasn't even very aware of what I'm doing when I was creating a material. I was using some random megascans with some water displacement textures, like kind of mixing it up and see what it showed me, So it was like, okay, it looks nice. I can use it. So yeah. Cool.
Do you think you'll ever use materials like this in the future again?
Well, it depends. If I will take part in some other challenge, probably.
I mean, next client meeting. How
Sorry.
about a stomachy kitchen?
I think that, yeah, I mean, I see what you're talking about on the material. I didn't actually notice that the other day, but you have this kind of it's like an iridescent material almost, that depending on the angle of the light and the view that you're looking at, it's changing the like satin or something.
Yeah. It's like, it's just one map that you can it has some settings that you like. You're choosing like hue and saturation kind of angle or whatever, and you can play with this in so many colors and combinations. So it's very interesting.
And you said you used Max, and did you do V-Ray or Corona, or what was your?
Corona, Corona. Definitely.
Just curious.
Yeah.
Boris, you want to go next?
Yep. I choose Blender.
All right.
Because I like Blender.
Blender.
Yeah. I rendered the images with Cycles.
Yeah, okay.
With my CPU, because my video card is not that good. I used for the first time Quixel Bridge. It's absolutely amazing. It's one click and you have the rocks, you have all the shaders set up. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just, that gives me more time to focus on the where to put all the rocks, on the composition, and etc. I use Photoshop for the post-production. Actually, I spent maybe a bit more time in post-production than in Blender. And that's it.
Is it Quixel? Do you find it is an affordable solution for artists?
Yeah, definitely.
I had a subscription for a while. I had to stop because I stopped doing so much production work. But in the time I had it, it's actually I think it was actually quite an interesting tool to have. If you need to have some assets imported and some material stuff, it's working, because it worked as well with Cinema, the Quixel Bridge. Boris, did you do anything in this project? Sorry, I'm gonna switch images. I noticed I didn't switch the image. Like, did you try something new, like Fabio asked before, that you didn't normally do?
I didn't do this normally. So all these things, it's a bit new for me. It was super interesting for me.
Okay.
Which kind of projects do you normally work on?
I'm working on interiors for the marketing purposes.
Okay.
Nicola, what about you?
Yeah, as I said before, I just picked up the intestine of the belly and other models. The beast is made up almost only of models of Michael. And I've only modeled the fish skin of the belly. Like, for me, was like negative space of the void between the in testing. And I've just add a simple displacer on them because they were really well made in high poly, and it was really suitable. And yeah, I used Me2 megascans, Quickson megascans for the foreground with little details in the foreground. And that's it. I don't have really many technical stuff to talk about.
In which
simple.
software do you mainly do your work?
I'm a Cinema 4D user.
Okay.
This is fantastic that we have Max, Blender, and Cinema. Like, that's really great. I'm happy to have like the variation. And what did you render with?
With Corona.
With Corona, okay.
Corona seems to be the winning one this time, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's did you do anything on this project that was new to you? Techniques, I mean.
It's always there's always something new to do, and
okay.
Especially for the challenges for me are a chance to do something else that I've never done before. And yeah, my image is really simple. There are a few elements. I just move all the elements like characters on the beast 1,000 and 1,000 times. And yeah, I didn't want to create something too creepy or scary. And the aim was to create something a little bit funny and even more ridiculous in some points. I've added details, I think a little bit ridiculous, like elephant tusks on the mouth, or whiskers on the mouth, or the eye isn't really terrifying, I think. A little bit funny, or the fact that the kids aren't really armed, for example. They have only torches, walkie-talkie, and a little sling. So I don't know what they could do against the beast. It's I think it's funny. So I really had fun doing it.
I think that's the key when working on this kind of challenges, right? To do something that is fun, because then it makes you want to work on it, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a little bit about inspiration in general. Aga, where do you usually look for inspiration for your own work in general, not for this work specific? Where do you think there is a good source of information that then you can use and apply in your own personal work?
For images like this, like personal images, more like not exactly architectural visualization, I mainly look for inspiration in movies. Like there's a page that Jason mentioned actually once, the Shot Deck. Mm-hmm. I like to look there for some inspiration because they have like a great variety of stuff. Also, I like to look at ArtStation or DeviantArt. There are some works of graphics, all kind of artists basically. So I can just, I don't know, like I'm just giving myself some space, room for imagination, so I can just, I don't pick one path. I'm just looking around, and then when I see something interesting, I'm trying to go more this way or something similar. I don't know. I like to fly,
I think that sounds like
with your mind or physically?
With my mind. Okay. Physically, well, maybe one day.
Because 2020, then it must not have been a good year for flying.
Whoa, no.
But I think that sounds like the the best way to use inspiration to move forward in the work. It's not because I think sometimes people they use the term inspiration, but they actually are just copying, and so
Copy inspiration.
It sounds like that is the way that you did it is the way you actually, that is called inspiration. Then if you're looking at things and then it's making you think in a different direction. It's a great thing to hear. So,
Thanks.
Boris?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, I like very much Behance. I spend a lot of time there. Also Instagram. Actually, for this competition, I really like the work of Sava Živković, I think was his name.
Yeah,
he's amazing. He has amazing things, and they inspire me a lot. Yeah,
he's a really good artist. We have had the honor to have him as a speaker at the D2 conference.
Yeah,
and people were blown away, and the fact that he traditionally comes from architectural visualization and then made the move towards more VFX and all that stuff. It really shows the possibilities, when somebody really works hard and focuses and just makes the decision to go in that direction, right?
I really like that he spent a lot of time when he presents some of his projects. He's doing a lot of behind the scenes. They're super interesting. Yeah.
He's also getting into Unreal Engine now. I've seen him posting some things, and it's crazy. I was man, he's just got an eye for it. And a feeling for the. What amazes me a lot of times is the fact that he's done so many personal projects, and he has like a group of people that he does it with, and they do it like it's very small team. They're just making things and they are having fun. It feels like so. I think that's great.
Yeah, it's incredible. Nicolo?
Yeah, I like movies, as you can see, and but I like also concept art. And when I work in ArchViz, I always look at architectural photography. I really like it, and also paintings. But it really depends on which project I'm working it.
Is there a photographer that you like the most?
I could be more unconventional, but Gabriele Basilico's masterpiece of Italian.
Let me Google him. Gabriele Basilico photography. I'm really ignorant, you see. Okay, so he's from Milan.
Yeah.
All right, I see.
Okay.
Work.
I could have shared the screen, but okay, it's okay.
Yeah, really nice poetical imagery, so to say.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But I also like photography in a movie, for example, and the Wes Anderson movie or Stanley Kubrick. I really like one-point perspective.
Yeah, you should definitely check out Shot Deck. Like Aga said,
Yeah.
Shot Deck is super cool. They basically have still images from films, and it's amazing. The way you can search it and find things. It's really cool.
I recently bought a book which is called Accidentally Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
A lot of pictures taken from all over the world, which are accidental Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I really like also illustrations about Wes Anderson's film, because they're really cool. Great colors always.
Yeah, it's really interesting work, and I don't know. I'm very. What's the word I'm very compulsive in the things that I do. And so like looking at things like Wes Anderson movies and the way he frames things, it's always like,
Yeah, he's not
Sweet.
he's not leaving anything to chance in those compositions. It's very strict sometimes, it feels like, but at the same time there's the childlike playfulness of the graphics and the colors and everything else.
Yeah.
I personally have one last question for you guys. I don't know you, Jason, but if you were to help out somebody that is thinking to enter one of these challenges, what would you recommend them? And I ask this because often you hear people say, oh, I'm not good enough, or I don't know how to use software good enough, or, you know, like there are so many talented people in these challenges. And these on one side, I understand it because, you know, artists often are self-conscious about the work that they do. But also I think that these challenges are a chance for yourself to put yourself out there, get some criticism, also get a little bit like heartbroken from the feedback, because then this can push you to improve yourself. But what about you guys? What would you recommend to somebody that is thinking to enter the challenge, but they are maybe scared or insecure? Aga, you want to go first?
Well, what you said is basically what I did. Well, at first, I was scared. I didn't feel that I'm good enough, but I entered anyway because I actually wanted this maybe a bit of criticism, some comments on my work. It wasn't actually so easy because to get a comment you had to go into the top 20 or something like that. But yeah, I kind of my first works were commented, and I actually have a lot of like I feel wiser because of this somehow. I actually only took part in the challenges because it was fun, and I actually learned a lot. Each challenge gave me so many things, and even if I didn't take part, I was actually doing something that the challenge inspired me to do. So I mean, you can only gain, you can only grow, and you can actually feel like a part of community. I think this is super important because, you know, you don't feel like you're alone on this path, and it's not very easy today to, you know, to feel the part of this community because there are so many talented people. And you know, I think that I'm a better artist and better person today. So yeah.
Wow.
Great.
That should motivate anyone.
Yeah.
Boris, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with all Aga said. There's nothing to lose. That will be my advice. It's kind of nice to see where you in the whole picture. It's interesting. There's nothing to lose.
There's nothing to lose. Just do it.
Yeah.
Nicolo, what about you?
Yeah, I think you can do whatever you want. So without any borders, like client's needs, or you can change whenever you want the image or switch. Like I did. First, I started with Goonies and I finished with Stranger Things, and that's amazing for me because for the creative process, it's a great opportunity, and you can compete with amazing, talented 3D artists. So why?
Why not?
Yeah.
Those are great. Those are all great reasons. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the fact that, Aga, what you said, because this is one of the reasons that we are doing this in the D2 community, running it through the D2 community page, is that we want people to interact and to show what they're working on, and have that as a place for that to happen. without any kind of outside craziness or, you know, influence. We're trying to use that space as a place for the community to do that. And so far it's worked, I think, pretty well. And I'm always happy to see people posting their images inside. And yeah, I'm happy that you have seen it that way and that you feel that way.
Now, the sad thing is that we're going basically on holiday. We're not really going on holiday. We'll still have to do a little bit of work. But the challenges will start again end of January, beginning of February. And so to anyone who is watching this, be ready, get prepared, because we're going to come back with very, very interesting challenges. And I feel, and I'm afraid to say that, the 2021 will be our year. Corona 3.
They'll find out that it's passed from to dogs and cats and everything else.
We're going to be invaded by machines, and we're going to be cubed inside the glue stuff, and we're gonna be chained to the matrix. Oh man.
Yeah, but I'm also excited what we have. We've already got some things kind of lined up for next year as regards to the challenges, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think it'll be worth the wait. And next week we're actually gonna do our holiday special. We're gonna have 6 speakers talking over 3 days, so there's that to look forward to. That's our final kind of, you know, gift and blowout for the year.
And Jason and I will be together in Vienna for this. We're preparing something small to entertain our community. I'm very excited to that. And then there is tomorrow the CG Architect Awards.
Yeah.
That is going to be shown also on the D2 channel. There will be a live show where we are going to be there interacting with the community in the chat. And then there is State of Art the day after, right?
Yeah, I think Thursday and Friday as well. And that's also an important thing to support the Red Cross and to bring like all the people in the ArcViz community together. I think it's a great thing that they're doing to support this. And so anybody who's watching, join us there too. We'll be checking it out. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on in the next few days.
We're going to have a fantastic pre-holiday time together. And then we'll have to say goodbye a little bit, but we'll be back.
Yeah, and I want to say one last thing, because Nigel wrote something. It just made me think about it. That I want to say thank you to everyone who entered the challenge, and also who's entered these challenges in general, because we know how much work it is. It's a lot of time and effort and thinking, and I know that everyone says that they have fun doing it, but sometimes, you know, it's time you've spent and work you've spent. Just for some praise from a couple of idiots who who maybe, you know, after some tech problems, maybe we can talk about it a little bit. But I just want to say thank you, and we appreciate that people spend their time to do that.
Yes, definitely. Guys, I want to thank you again for taking the time for talking to us tonight. I guess that we can stop the stream now. Thank you, everybody, for watching from home. We appreciate the fact that you come and hang out. We love your comments. We love when you like our videos. If you haven't done it yet, of course, like this video. We love the community that we have built and with which we spend very often time together. We will be here for another couple of weeks, and then we're going to say goodbye once again, but don't worry, you're gonna hear from us at least another couple of times until then.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks a lot for watching. You 3 don't go anywhere so that we can say goodbye one more time. Good night, everybody watching from home. Jason,
yep,
we're done.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
This was beautiful. I loved it. Thank you so much, guys.